Lesson 2-7 is about solving proportions. First, let's define what a proportion is. A proportion is an equation that states that two ratios are equal. To write the same thing mathematically, we would write that a proportion is an equation A over B equals C over D, where B and D are not equal to 0. Let's take a look at this example. The example is 4/7 equals 16/28. 4 over 7 is the A over B, and 16 over 28 is the C over D, and we note that B and D, that is 7 and 28, are not equal to 0. Let's see why that method works. We'll start with the same equation, but we'll use our one-step equation method for solving it. If we have m over 21 equals 4/7, the solving step that we should take is to multiply each side by 21. So we'll multiply the left side by 21 and the right side by 21. Now, 21 times 4/7 is 84/7, and m over 21 times 21, we can cancel the 21s and we get m. And notice that this is exactly the same equation we got from using the other method. So this shows that whether we use the cross-multiplying method or we solve this like a one-step equation, we still get the same answer. These two examples are a little different because one of the numerators is a sum. Now, the important thing to remember when you solve these is when you cross-multiply, you are multiplying, and that these horizontal lines are actually grouping symbols. So when we see a problem like this, we think of 4 plus x as being in parentheses. And when we cross-multiply, we get 5 times 4 plus x equals 10 times 3. Let's go ahead and solve. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 5x equals 10 times 3 is 30. We subtract 20 from each side, and we get 5x equals 10, or x equals 2. There's our solution. On this side, we do the same thing. We again remember that n plus 3 and n plus 1 should really be in parentheses. So we multiply 8 times n plus 3, and that equals 12 times n plus 1. Now, if we expand the parentheses, this would be 8n plus 24 equals 12n plus 12. We could subtract 8n from each side, and we would get 24 equals 4n plus 12. Subtract 12 from each side, and we get 12 here equals 4n, and we divide each side by 4, and we get n equals 12 divided by 4, or n equals 3. Now we'll do a little word problem. So I have a car that has an 11-gallon gas tank, and I filled it up yesterday, and it cost $38.50 to fill up. Your car has a 15-gallon tank. How much would it cost to fill up? Well, this is a proportion, and we'll set it up like this. We're going to put, doesn't really matter, we could do it either way, but we're going to put dollars over gallons, dollars per gallon. Okay? So when we set up the proportions, my proportion would be $38.50 for 11 gallons, and in your car we have, well, we don't know how much it costed, but the gallons would be 15. So if we do the cross multiplying, we would see that 15 times 38.50 equals 11x. And then we divide each side by 11, so that's 15 times 38.50 divided by 11. We divide this side by 11. So then we have $52.50 is equal to x. So the answer to our question, how much would it cost to fill your car? That would be $52.50.